And hello everybody to this well, it's Thursday now. Today it's cold, it's raining, and today we're going to be playing some Genshin Impact. Because last week we did some character story missions, which was the Rising Shogun. I thought it'd be fun to continue doing that this week as well, because like I said before, Genshin, especially the story stuff, house royalties, because I've got a lot of them that I have not finished. Good in between thing if I'm either waiting for a certain game to come out, or if I just don't know what to play at the moment. It's a good like little breather thing. A lot, but I don't know if we'll be doing more than one, because even though the Rising Shogun one was only an hour and a half, I can't always guarantee that all of them are going to be an hour and a half. But with that said, there's nothing really much else to talk about. So I will. There goes my brain. I'm a little on the tired side because my brain did that stupid thing where I woke up. I think it was around like 6 or 5 in the morning and just wouldn't shut the fuck up and let me go back to sleep. So I am on a little tired side. So something short could be a good idea for me too, to not strain myself too much. But what we will do, because the story mission we're going to be doing today, we might as well get into the game right now. While we're at for a second, I swear I saw the stream dip a little bit. Is Mono's. Because I like doing things in orders, but there is two of Zhongli's ones. I mean, Zhongli's how you pronounce his name? I don't know. I couldn't have pronunciation of his name. And the problem is, even if hers is only an hour and a half and his is an hour and a half, I might not end up doing Genshin next week. So if these are all generally short, it would make sense to do his both in one stream and leave it. So for now, we're just going to do Mono's and see how long it is. Like I said, I won't be doing this every week, but it's a fun little gap stop in between playing other games. And if we do finish it a little sooner than expected, I can always do some of my daily thingies as well to fill up the stream a bit more. So let's just do Mona's. Okay. That should be this one. Beyond this world stars, because she's in an astronomist or something. I forget what her actual thing is. Ooh, I just kitty cats. Hello, kitty cats. Having a little party here. Having a little chitter chat. No, I guess not. Looks like they're having a little party, a little conversation there. Wait, where are we going? Should have looked on the map. All the way over here, it would seem. Wait, did this look the right mission? Let's check that. Hello, doggy. Yeah, to say so. It sounds like it's one of hers. It feels weird. It's in Leeway, considering she's from Mondstadt, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever. So I'm just getting a little bit of a drink of water. Just feeling a little thirsty. Alright. Distance. Somewhere up here. Up there we go.
Finally. I almost fell asleep waiting. As usual, my predictions are correct. You, yes you, come with me.
Are you some sort of door-to-door fortune teller? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
You're not from this world, are you?
Which? Both of them?
Does my ability to see through your secrets so easily not evoke any memories?
It's been a while.
Oh, Paimon remembers! You're that astrologist!
That's right. It is I, astrologist Mona Magistus.
Sounds like a mouthful to say.
This time, I would like you to come with me to Mondstadt to reclaim a box that belongs to my master.
What's in the box, though?
It was part of an agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago.
Damn.
But she isn't as spry as she used to be, so now it's up to me.
I'd imagine so if it's 50 years ago.
Not sure what getting some box back has to do with us. Why do you need us to come along?
Good question, Palm. Very good question.
Well, that's because I would also like to take on the guardian of the box.
Ah, so someone's guarding the box who needs some backup, do you now?
My master and her friend contended in the mystic arts all their lives without a clear victor. If I triumph here, then I will show myself to be superior to my master.
So you want to prove yourself, huh?
Well, I want to prove the power and status of astrology, to be precise. Now, from my predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one who has surpassed their teacher. I must not be careless. But I would prefer to assure my victory in this contest, and upon giving it some thought, you came to mind.
But I have no idea how astronomy works.
How did he get involved in this anyway?
The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in turn. If I were to bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status, so... Come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. You just need to act the part.
Oh, so lying is what you're on about. Fair enough.
There's something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that box.
Oh, really? Is it a nice meal? So I'm quite hungry, if I'm being honest. Some delicious sweets, that could be good.
Once I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately.
Oh.
Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy matters as gods and kin.
Ah.
That does seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
Let's be honest. I've watched enough anime to know where this is going to go. We're going to defeat the thing. She's going to go, huh, I can only give you very, very vague. Or somehow the power she gets isn't enough. It's going to be one of those situations. But it'll pull you. As I always say, sometimes it's not the destination, it's the journey along the way. Those sound like fine conditions.
A wise decision. That said, I would like to pay a certain place a visit before we go.
And what place is that?
There is a small inn near Mount Tianheng that never sees a lot of business, even though its food is always great value for the money. The owner has always been good to me, so I'd like to say a farewell before I set off.
Oh, right. Yeah, keep forgetting Mona's whole thing besides being a strongness is that she tries to pinch every damn penny. So she'll always go for the most cheapest options that she can possibly get her hands on. Yeah, I know that situation. When you're limited on money, you have to make do with what you can get. And sometimes the cheapest food can still be the most delicious. Like, baked beans on toast is the cheapest ass thing you can get. Bread isn't all that expensive, nor is butter, nor is a tin of baked beans. And it's delicious, especially with some cheese grate on top as well. I fancy baked beans on toast. Cool if you can make baked beans and toast on here. But you can't. Hello, sir.
This life isn't bad either.
It's no wonder that an inn set up here has no business.
Mona, now you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
Can't say I did.
A jade ring. Can't say I have.
Oh, that's not good. That ring was given to me by my mother, but while my back was turned, it was swallowed up by a slime.
I guess someone stole it, but where did you leave it so a slime could do that? Like, if you kept it in a box in the inn, I can understand someone stealing it, but the only way a slime could swallow up is if you left it on a table or something outside. Whatever.
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not. Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here's been good to you?
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts can solve all problems, they will be forsaken by the starry ether.
Okay.
Their divinations will lose the power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Okay.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
I think Paimon's pointed that out before.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 Mora as compensation, if you were willing.
And let what?
20,000?
There it is. She changed the tune immediately. Are you alright?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking that the person who finds that ring must be lucky indeed to be able to earn 20,000 Mora just like that.
You were just talking about an astronomer's astronomer's. I can't even say the word. Astronomer's pride.
Yes, of course. Still, the owner's business has had it pretty hard. It must be a truly extraordinary ring to be worth spending this much Mora to find. It wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it. There may be other means we can employ besides astrology.
Oh, Paimon knows where this is going.
I know. I'll leave this one to you. This is the first mission I'm giving you as your master.
Of course, but of course.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all the nearby slimes to us. You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc make?
Oh yeah.
And Paimon actually kept a small amount.
Well done, Paimon.
Paimon's the very best partner, right?
Indeed.
Seems like you already have a plan.
Yep, we'll be back in a jiffy.
I was just thinking about something. Paimon is very short, and I wonder if the reason she's short. I mean, granted, she could also still be a child, it's really hard to tell, is because she's constantly floating. Maybe because her feet are not constant on the ground, she doesn't grow properly. I don't know, just a thought. I wonder what that feeling would feel like constantly floating in the air all the time with your feet just above the ground. It must feel weird against your legs. I don't know. I've never floated before, so I couldn't say I know.
The elemental bait's really strong. It will attract all the slimes in the area.
I was trying to
Even
say.
if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we'd best prepare ourselves.
I'm already prepared. The slimes for good's sake. Right, let's wait for them slimes. Hello, boys!
With sword comes shadow.
Never get tired of that attack, it's so cool.
Incoming.
Got all my elemental abilities. Which one of you slimes got that ring in ya? Ooh, more electrical guys. In that case. Ow. Wait, I got an idea.
Nowhere to hide.
Oh, that's for the fire one.
Let's dance.
Nice try, Mr. Fiery Boy. Just messing up these slimes like nobody's business. Oh, you're a big boy. I think it might be wise to take out these guys. Got this ice guy. Okay. Oh, I thought I didn't do it. Because of that, I get frozen.
Incoming.
And I got frozen again.
With sword comes shadow.
Get wrecked.
Pyrotechnics.
Say that once his little barrel thing's gone. You're going, little guy. Well, big. He's more big than little, actually. There we go. Jade ring found.
Found it! This must be the ring! It's so pretty. I'm unsure it's worth a ton of... Paimon wasn't having any bad thoughts. Let's bring the ring back to Mr. Zhu.
My nose is itchy. Why is my nose always so itchy?
That's it. That's the one. I thought it was lost forever.
You actually found it. Not bad.
You doubt my abilities?
Mr. Zhu, you must take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be so fortunate next time.
She has a point.
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me?
The looks on their faces says it all. Okay.
Let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, my mother had many jade accessories made as heirlooms. I think there might be over 500 of them.
So we waste our time.
Then why would you feel the need to set up an inn here?
For fun?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Makes sense why I could give so much more.
Then I'll take it gladly.
Oh, okay then. Since I did all the work, but whatever. That was quick.
But we did all the work.
Which is
A
true.
disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
What? I mean, if you're the one stealing our thunder.
Didn't we say we were just playing pretend?
Well, you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I think they are, they will figure you out in a heartbeat.
Sounds like someone's hungry.
What was that rumbling sound?
I believe she's hungry.
Oh, right.
Maybe she's
I wasn't
hungry.
have eaten in days. I'm very sorry. I forgot that you have no...
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you to a fine meal. If we travel north, we'll reach the Wongshu Inn. I hear the food there is really good, so let's go try it out.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. Just insult his food right in front of him.
No
Why don't
need
you?
to thank me. I'm just doing as a good master should.
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things?
Let's go after her. There, there. I said it for you.
Let's go after her for good food.
I guess I can keep living like this.
Oh, it's at the Wongshu Inn, which is over there, and we do the good old-fashioned fast travel. No, that's not what I selected. Well, it's not weapon war, but will anything? The will things are never good because you try to select what you want, and then for some reason it selects the other thing you don't want. I guess a good way of having a quick select menu thing. Yeah, I know taking a PC would be easy because you just click on it, but there's no way, shape, or form my PC could even run Genshin Impact because it's fucking old. Well, maybe it could run it, but I doubt I could run it and stream it at the same time. So it's best to play the PS4. Right, I guess we're dropping down below, actually. In that case, Jeru! Oh. That's so much for Geronimo. Yeah, she's sitting waiting for us. Sit.
Since it's Mona's treat, we can order whatever we want, right?
Of course. I am a most generous master, after all. But only if you can finish it all. Wasting food simply will not do.
Now I can agree on. I actually hate wasting good food. And I always make sure to buy what I can actually handle. And again, I've always had a big appetite. I can always eat a good Sunday roast and still have room for dessert.
Excuse me, what would you like to order?
Food. Ooh, those golden shrimp balls. Damn it. Golden shrimp balls. Let's go
These
there.
are made using large, succulent shrimp wrapped in crispy fried potatoes. They have an amazing texture.
No, now my mouth's watering. I have had lunch already, but Jesus, that sounds delicious. Let's just go in order.
It's exactly what it says on the label. Abalone made from vegetarian ingredients. It's just as good as the real thing.
Ah, I see. So basically like a vegan option is what you're getting at. And how about...
Though tofu could not be a more ordinary ingredient, it and crab roe are truly a match made in heaven. It's one of our specialties.
I've never actually had tofu before, now that I think about it. And this pork... something...
This is a favorite among our regulars. Bamboo shoots, meat, and ham are cooked together, creating a richly flavored soup.
My mouth's watering just thinking about it.
Pour a few spoonfuls into each bowl of rice you eat. You'll never get enough of it.
Ah, it's making me hungry. I wonder if there's people who's actually tried to make the meals from Genshin Impact. There probably is. If I looked, I probably could find a YouTube video. They said VTube. Someone making different meals in it, because a lot of these meals are using actual stuff that exists, like actual foods, not like made up foods that some fantasy games do tend to have. Well, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of each location is based off of different cultural things in real life, so it makes sense it'd have the same cultural food. I'll order them all.
All of them? We only have 3. No, 2.5 people? Isn't that too much food?
It's because Paimon's tiny.
That's not how you count it. Besides, Paimon hasn't even ordered yet. Squirrelfish, Juyu chili chicken, and jewelry soup, please.
Sure. And is there anything else you'd like to order, ma'am?
I'd just like to ask, how much do the current dishes cost in total?
Around 20,000 mora.
Exactly the amount we have.
Then, I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please.
All right. A bowl of vegetarian noodles, was it? Please wait a moment. We'll serve you.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. My finger slipped.
Paimon's been thinking about something since we started eating.
Why? Did she only order one dish?
Is it? Because she actually doesn't have money?
Yes. I would go on a hunch on that.
I heard that. I said I was treating. How could I be rattled by something as mundane as Mora? An astrologist's mind is set on studying the stars. Being so easily disturbed by such banal matters would hamper my judgment. Especially the act of overly gratifying oneself using Mora. It is both vulgar
And there goes her stomach again.
and dangerous.
That's a fair point. Just because you have lots of money doesn't mean you should go nuts to spend it all, because you never know how it might not always last very long.
So, not eating the dishes we ordered is also part of an astrologist's pride? Paimon doesn't get it. But it feels kind of bad that only we got to feast.
Let me whip out something whip something up for you.
Oh, yes, we can do that. Just give us a minute. You
Alright.
don't use more to fulfill your desires, so it's fine as long as you're not buying anything, right? Let's go borrow the kitchen from the innkeeper.
Cook up Mona a nice, delicious meal. I'm not sure what we're going to cook, but guess we'll find out. I don't know why we're going all the way over here, but whatever.
Hello. How may I help you?
We'd like to borrow the kitchen here.
I have a friend of mine who would like to eat a special dish.
Ah, I see. In that case, sure. As long as you've prepared your own ingredients, feel free to use the kitchen. If I may add one more thing, you must be quite well versed in the art of cooking, yes?
Of course, if I make it, it is delicious.
Talented indeed. Actually, I have a small suggestion to make.
And that
From
is...
your clothes, you're most likely not from around these parts. But since you've come to Liyue, would you like to try making Liyue-style cuisine?
Sure.
I have a recipe for golden crab with me. It's a Liyue cuisine classic.
Oh, that sounds
It's
nice.
crab meat that's been rolled in flour, deep fried, and then pan fried together with ginger and garlic. When you finally plate up, the crab seems to be lying on gold.
Ah, sounds delicious.
Golden crab.
That sounds a little complex. How a new dish for more is I wanna-
Golden crab! Golden crab!
I got it. Golden crab.
Then let's get to it. With your skills in the kitchen, this'll be a cinch.
Right, I'm assuming yes. It's oh hello doggy. Let's go to the restaurant and do some gold. I'm assuming I've got the ingredients for golden crab. We'll find out. Is that it? Yeah, golden crab. It's like a. Oh yeah, this way it does look like cinnamon gold. And look at that, I have the ingredients. Excellent, cook. Cook. Nailed it. Let's do one more. Huh. Nailed it. And huh. Perfect. And ha! Nailed it again. Ha! Okay, I'm not gonna do all of them. There's like 20 of them. 5 should be enough. Ugh, my legs a little bit. Well, I just walked into the table. Don't mind me, just making some golden crab. Geronimo! Wouldn't it be fun if I did came flying down with it in my hand? That'd be pretty cool, actually. Here you go, Mona. Golden
There's
crab.
no need to spend all that effort on me. I'm not in dire need of food.
Your stomach could say otherwise.
I am a little hungry, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, shut up and eat the food.
This aroma is...
Something to go with your noodles.
I never thought it'd be so luxurious. Fine. Since my disciple has put in so much time and effort, I must, with great difficulty, accept. This golden crab is too delicious. I have never eaten anything this good in my life. I mean, I never knew that my disciple was this skilled. As your master, I am most comforted.
As long as you're eating a full meal.
I see that it's no boast to call them Liyue's delicacies. I suppose it wasn't too much to spend all this mora on. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now that we've eaten and drank our fill, we should be off. If we travel north from here, we should reach the Stone Gate, and from there we will be within the boundaries of Mondstadt. What deep mysteries shall we acquire knowledge of? I'm looking forward to it.
Right. I mean, I could be lazy in fast travel, but yeah, why not? Let's take the journey.
Luck is not on my side.
Oh, it sucks to be you, whatever that means. And I keep running into stuff. I guess this could be a good excuse to kind of start talking about stuff, I guess. I do have stuff on my mind. Because last week was like the Nintendo Direct, which announced a lot of good games that I'm excited and can't, if they come out next year, because you know, COVID and everything is delayed. Even though games announced it can be delayed, but I'm still hoping like Splatoon 3 and Bayonetta 3 hits next year. I don't know if I'll play them on stream. We've decided yet, because like I said, out next year. There's no guarantee that they will be, especially Bayonetta, because if Bayonetta 3 is out, it would be fun to play the first two again on stream. Again, it's, but it's best to wait until it's confirmedly, without a shadow of doubt, coming up. Oh, hello. Come here. Give me that more, you little shit. Nope. But as for the Mario movie, I think everyone's takes is about the same as mine. Is just why? Why? Well, the obvious answer why they're putting like people like Chris Pratt and all that. Head of the rhyme. Is what's the it's a what is it called? I can't even pronounce the name, but oh, I got it. Huh. Is because they want star power. They want to make sure, which is stupid because it's Mario, for goodness sake. You don't need big, well-known Hollywood actors to sell a movie like that. Ooh, neat. But yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't think Chris Pratt could do a good job. It's just, you know, it's just gonna sound like Chris Pratt, and not Mario, because he's not gonna do an Italian accent. Because let's be honest, it's gonna sound pretty. You know, is the word to put it. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess one of the biggest issues with like either game adaptations in general, whether they're action or not, one of the biggest reasons or most of the biggest reasons, one is ignoring the source material. Secondly, is choosing actors based on star power rather if they are fit for the role. I really wish other Hollywood studios would just do what Disney does with the Marvel movies, where they choose actors based on if they're fit for a role. You can see that from the mixture of, well, now mostly because of those films, those actors have gotten well known, but you figure out when they started, very well known actors and very new actors that no one knew about because they chose them obviously based on their performances. Because I'm sure they did like loads of casting and stuff and went, yep, you're the one. But with Chris Pratt, it's not that. It's just because it's Chris Pratt. I had to say that. Oh, Rain went dead on me. Jack Black as Browser could be interesting. That's the only one that sounds like, that actually I could actually see that working really well. Because then he's also like an avid gamer himself. You know he's going to nail it very well. I'm not saying Chris Pratt isn't, but it's still a very, very odd choice. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts in the Mario movie. Might give it a little chance because you you see the trailers and it might actually be somewhat good, like the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation that Netflix is doing. It's better to wait and see until it's actually out to see if it's actually good or not.
Whew, that was tiring, but we're finally in Mondstadt. The quest to plumb the wondrous depths of knowledge is indeed arduous.
Paimon's not tired.
Of course not, you float around.
That's because you float.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing either.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
I guess this is her rival.
Who are you?
Oh, my brothers and I are all merchants.
Oh,
We just finished doing business in Liyue, and we're preparing to head back to Mondstadt.
and some of them have got really good mustaches.
You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming along for the ride?
I am a little tired. That's well, I'm personally not. Well, I'm a little tired person. Well, that's what it says there. Do I need? Oh, let's go.
Let's go then. We can make conversation along the way. The more the merrier.
I'm just wondering if this is a trap.
There's no need. Now, shoo, get out of our way.
Huh? Miss, is there something wrong?
Cease your pretensions, bandit. Picking up people on the road who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they've gotten on the cart, and then taking them to some Archon-forsaken place. Is that your deal?
What are you saying?
Oh,
We
hang
came
on.
over here to
Someone
make conversation, and this is how we're rewarded? With insults?
So what's at the door? It was Amazon. This is why I don't need this in auto play, because for situations like that. I mean, yeah, I could stop it, but I don't want to be mid through conversation once I hear a knock at the door.
If you don't want to get on, don't. Crazy girl.
Okay, now that'd be an ass.
Well then, shall I tell you now which objects you have on you that are stolen? If you have any quibbles, we can bring people to corroborate what I've said, and all will come to light. If I lose, I'll pay you 20,000 mora. But if I win, then you'll be eating prison rations in Liyue Harbor tonight. How about it? If you're real legitimate businessmen, there's nothing to fear, is there?
You
Yes?
pushed it too far, brat. I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits. You said earlier that there was nothing amazing about astrologists? Well then, this is a good time to show you what your master can do.
Show me what you got. I don't know if I actually have Mona.
Another test subject.
You were saying? Oh, I've got to get some lightning attacks.
Cut to the chase. Let me scribe.
I don't know what it does, but whatever. I'm hoping to...
Don't blink. With sword comes shadow.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, whatever. What again? Well, it's... Ah, fuck it.
Fate is upon you.
A bit overkill, but whatever. Oh, I thought that was it. It was not. I definitely just wasted that. Oh well. I also have this.
Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Indeed, we cut to the chase. So that's not nice and good. I don't know why I just suddenly did a sudden action, but whatever. That's right, she can go under the water. Nope.
What did you think? Did that satisfy your expectations?
Your combat abilities are amazing. It was impressive that you saw through those bandits. I'll go with that.
Such things are elementary for an astrologist. Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars.
I see.
Though it may take more time to garner the specifics, I can read the gist of a situation at a glance.
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Tivat's stars can only display the fates and truths of this world. Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot penetrate. That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate.
I'm a little excited.
Whatever the case, you've got everything to gain from this trip. Alright, I'm rested. Let's get this journey to Mondstadt over with.
If only we had a cart.
I thought you weren't tired.
Ooh, that's quite far. Probably feel that maybe I should fast travel, because I don't know if I've got anything else that's topical wise that's on my mind to talk about. It's weird talking about the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, I'll just fast travel. If something pops in my mind later, I'll probably bring it up. No, right, oh, I think I know what this will lead to, because there's a random door in Modstead that can't be opened. I think There's just my brain again.
Are you
Mona's.
ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to meet that successor.
I can't.
I guess. Wait, no. It won't do if you have no idea at all, even if you are a fake disciple. We have a rule that forbids us from teaching outsiders, but I suppose I could teach you. My astrology is based on hydromancy, and as the name suggests, I use the reflections in water bodies to observe the true starry sky. Allow me to demonstrate. Watch closely now.
I'm watching.
From the present station and movement of the stars, I see. So that successor is a young, female Knight of Favonius.
Doesn't that sound like Lisa?
I think I shouldn't have finished that sentence. I mean, I'm not saying she's old. I mean, she looks to be like late 20s, maybe early 30s. Because that is still technically young.
We will meet her here presently. Well, that's all the information we need.
Is that all?
It seems that even basic astrology can't be grasped in one go. Never mind, I'll explain in detail later. She's here.
Wow, it's you, Mr. Honorary Knight.
Wait,
Paimon too, you're back.
it's Klee?
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
You mean Klee?
Successor?
That's right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely you have long calculated my arrival as well.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this some kind of game?
I should be the one saying that. I didn't get what you said at all.
We're getting nowhere fast.
But my predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, so you're Mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
My readings told me as much. But before she left, she must have imparted her mystical arts to you, surely.
Mystical arts? I don't get it. Mommy only taught me to make jumpy dumpties.
Oh, bless her heart.
So Klee's mother is the friend and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only astrology. Alice, on the other hand, was skilled in a great many other mystical fields.
Well, Klee's so young, so even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might not have understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited the blood, but not the knowledge. What a miscalculation. There can be no contest like this. Ah, yes. So before Alice left, did she tell you about a 50-year agreement and about a certain box?
Oh, I know this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here. Not this one. Or this one. No, it's not this one either. Ah, I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure at Windrise.
Isn't our bomb again? Is it? It's not bomb.
Wait for me. I'll be right back. Klee, don't just run off. Don't you need the things in your pack?
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go after her. Looking at how rash she is, I worry for the box.
Alright. It's just off the Klee. An energetic looking one, isn't she? I still wonder what she is supposed to be. She's like supposed to be like a little elf. She has like those elf-like ears, but it never fully says if she is or isn't an elf. Because I remember like in the event we did with the I can't say the islands, the tropical islands, there was a recording. That's what I guess. There's a recording from her mum implying that she says that their lifespan is much different from normal people, which is an indication of elves. So yeah, like 50 years ago for Klee's mum was probably nothing. Hello, slimy slimes. Goodbye, slimy slimes. Grab that. Might as well while we're here. That don't look good.
We're here. This is it. Let's dig it up.
Is that to be the work of the ducks?
It can't be. I put a sign here. There's no mistake. Ah, Dendro slimes.
Yep, dangerous slimes.
We can talk later. Let's take them out first.
I was going to say, is Klee gonna... What I like to do with these assholes, set them on fire. They go running around crazy like hot. Well, that was quick.
Found it. It's this box.
Klee, you're standing. Okay, never mind. The fire went out, but I'm on fire. But that's okay.
Glad it wasn't damaged in the explosions. Retrieval complete. Let's bring it back.
What's in the box, though? I'm very curious. What's in the box? What's in the box? I mean, I could fast travel, but it's not like a couple of meters away. It's not that far. There's some slimes there. I mean, it's beautiful, lovely green scenery. I know I've said this before, but I've said this a billion times over. It still astonishes me that this is free. Like most free gacha games, no offense, don't tend to have much annoy of gameplay. At least the ones I've seen. And the fact this is free and all this, none of it is gated. None of the open world stuff is gated. Through paywalls or anything. You just explore and have fun in the big, massive open world fight. Zilch. Which is good. The music is awesome too. One thing I always love to appreciate games is games with beautiful music. And Genshin has it in spades. And there she is, just sitting on a log. Is she logging on? I don't know, to make myself laugh.
You're back at last. The wait was exceedingly dull.
Oh, well, excuse me,
I
princess.
had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one was just some ridiculous diary. Nothing of note in it at all. It dropped from Clee's backpack, so I thought it might contain some ancient knowledge, but...
But...
Never mind that. So, did you find the box?
We did. It's in perfect shape.
That's wonderful! Wait a moment. Why isn't it locked? And why is it empty?
Huh? I thought it'd be something like this.
It's because I borrowed this box to store my treasures.
Borrowed?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents of the box? That's what I want.
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not broken at all. It's the book in your hand.
What? This. So this book, this diary, is that Hag's? It's her diary from 50 years ago?
That's a bit rude.
The thing she wanted back after 50 years was the dark history of her youth? Huh, I'm finished. No wonder that old woman said I should not look at it no matter what, or she'd rip me to shreds.
Am I in trouble?
No.
It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything. I'm leaving. Bye.
Well, if you don't say anything, your master won't find out, will she?
Impossible. Astrology can see through all lies. You've seen it yourself. Oh. After having spent all my mora to come to Mondstadt, not only have I gained no knowledge, but now I can't return. How did it come to this?
That's so sad. Maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's too difficult. And even if I wanted to stay in Mondstadt, it would be...
Too expensive.
Yes, I mean no. You really have no way with words.
Well, then you'll just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it. I guess I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. Once that old crone's reached the end of her days, I'll be free.
Oh, Jesus.
But what will I do about my astrology research? No, wait, I don't even have a place to stay.
Ah, so she's not originally from Mondstadt then.
About that, we can go ask Catherine at the Adventurers Guild. Let's see if she can help.
The Adventurers Guild? Ah, right. You can do commissions for them in exchange for... You know what I mean, don't you?
Of course.
Oh, thanks. Never mind, it's nothing.
Right, let's go and see Catherine then. Mona. Someone tells us it's not quite over yet. Someone tells you that she'll come up with a commission that's perfect for Mona, and we end up doing that next. Because, like I said, I know there's the place in here where there's like something covering the wall, and I feel like this has something to do with it. Or I can. Oh crap! Well, there you go. Loaded in.
Ad Astra Abyssos. I see. I understand the situation. There is a magic laboratory in Mondstadt that has been sealed by some unknown person.
I thought so.
Although we have a few specialists who could break the seal, they all have their own labs and aren't that interested in the matter. I believe that if the astrologist you mentioned can break the seal, the owner of that house wouldn't mind if she stayed there.
I think she can do it.
All right. Then allow me to tell you where the house is.
Alright, let's break that seal and see what's it. Oh, I wonder if this is where all that knowledge stuff is that she Ugh, there goes that mouth of mine. Brain of mine again. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Alright.
The person who placed this seal is by no means simple. Breaking this seal by force is nigh on impossible. Interesting. I suppose it's worth using my astrology on. Let me see. I see. So, if you first, and then you...
And abracadabra.
Alright, it's open.
Holy moly, that's amazing! Now we just need to go back to Catherine and you'll be able to stay here.
No need, no need. You have my utmost thanks.
You are?
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I passed by the Adventurers Guild a while back, and Catherine told me about the matter. I never thought this troublesome seal would be dispelled so quickly.
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. I would be glad to have someone make use of them. To express my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest possible price.
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and I helped out too.
Well, yes, of course, I understand. I am most thankful to you for that. So rest assured that I will give you the best rates.
I mean...
Paimon thinks Mona's misunderstood something, but...
This might be her best option.
I guess I don't have any other choice. I'll rent this place.
Great! Then we are agreed. I will go prepare the documentation. Please wait here.
Thanks for your help. Also, well, I'm very sorry, but I won't be able to do what I agreed to help you with just yet.
Yeah, I know it.
Without the necessary tools and without new knowledge, it will take me some time to see your destiny clearly. But I promise that I'll do a reading for you first thing once I'm ready.
As you said, this journey was well gained and no loss.
Thank you. Our traveling together was fate. And of the good kind, I'd say. I wish you both safe travels. As for me, I need to think of the future as well.
How is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology to make money? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would really be bad if she fainted from hunger in there.
Yeah, that's it. Well, not it, because it always says to be continued. So we might find out more later on. But can we go in?
Cut that racket out! I'm doing experiments here. Oh, it's you! I'm currently running some tests related to your situation. I should see some results soon, so please wait patiently. Don't worry about me fainting from hunger. In any case, I figured out a way to make some money.
And that is? And that is? Better not something to be illegal. Oh, that sucks. We can't see what's inside. That's a bummer. I have to check this, and because there's a difference in lengths. I guess what we could do for the time being is do some commissions. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, they're all in here then, are they? Alright then. We'll do a bit of them and then probably call it for them. Because like I said, I really have no idea how long these are. Because like, sure, the ones with what's his face could be an hour each, but it could also be longer, and it just makes way more sense to do those both in a both in the same stream. Because sometimes when it comes to choosing games for streams, I do plan it a week ahead, but sometimes I'm not really certain, especially when I finish a game, because obviously Friday's the start of October, and I might want to do some horror games instead next week, and go through. Because one of the best things about having something like PlayStation Plus is if you can't afford games all the time, there's always free games, and I'm sure I've got some. Because any games they put, almost any games they put, I grab them because then it's good for them to be there if I really need something to play either for myself or for stream. And I'm sure there's some selections of horror games that I need to go through and look and see what to do, because we are doing there's a lot of lighting here. I hate these. You can eat this, you assholes. A zombie at the moment. Eat this. And I think we might be able to finish that tomorrow. Not sure yet. I need to look into some stuff, like find out how far we are actually to the end. Oh, asshole! Guess what? Kaboom! Ooh, guess what? Kaboom! Well, I blew myself up. But oh well. Hey, no you don't. No you don't, naughty boy.
Disappear.
Oh, that's not good. There's two of these guys. Fuck.
Cut to the chase.
Ooh, that's good damage.
Don't blink.
Yeah, going now. That's good. And now we kill everyone. And let's get the F out lightning. Where's the next one now? This faster point would be around here, I think. But it's interesting how if they are going to do more, because I think we have the counter missions now. I think what's his face is it's only with 2 at the moment. I think. Let's have a look at that. Is it all right? Yeah. There's still like some more like Mondstadt ones that still said to be continued as well on them as well. Guess it's a wait and see approach. Ah yes. I did not pay attention to my this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is real bad, real bad, real bad. Can I save it? Can I save it? Because I did not pay attention to my stamina. Oh, thank God. I wasn't paying attention to my stamina. Like the idiot I was. I didn't realise I was close to falling to my death. I mean, granted, I've got Barbara's, is it Consolation fully upgraded, which basically means any time the character dies, she revives him back to full health, but she can only do it every 15 minutes, so it's not worth always wasting it. No, wait, shit. Okay, well, I fucked it already again. Okay, let's just land here. And then again, can I make it to the other side of here? Let's see if we can't do that. There we go. Go fight these assholes. Smart. Just grab these before they notice me. Nope, too late. Hello, sir. Damn, I was trying to make sure he didn't do that, but whatever. Crap, I wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing. Stop doing the shield thing, please. He's a tornado ass wipe. How about you have a load of that? Right, nice and good. Just worry about it, whatever. This heals everyone every time she attacks, so it's worth doing. Ouchie! It's like, ouchie! Okay, that's enough of that. We're not getting any of that. Damn it, die already! Right, now it's you. Who's got like a sliver of health at the moment. Right, let's grab that. And that's another one finished. Grab some berries. How much feels funny all of a sudden. Okay. Just double checking the stream to make sure everything is working fine, because I'm always paranoid that something's going wrong. But so far, no issues. Yet. Ooh, I wonder what this one is. I don't think I've done this one here before yet. Just before I land. Ah, it's these sort of things. The slime. Of course, these guys have to be crossed where's water so they can fucking freeze them up. Well, they can feel the heat instead. Sure, there's a reason this is here, right? Nope, I was wrong. Guess what, assholes? Was it wrong about using these? Quick taps across. And slam back down, baby.
Speed of light.
I just noticed something over there. I noticed the little treasure chest, so we're gonna grab that cord in the next commission. Hi boys, you mind if I take this off your hands?
Cut to the chase.
Let them go. Well, they fell off the edge. Alright, where's the other guy who went? Did he die? Did they both die? They're down there.
To the ferry. Finally. No.
Oh, I messed them up nice and good. What is it?
Let me hear ya.
Well, there's no one over there as well. There's only one left of the commissions to do. Yeah, why rush yourself? I can see another treasure chest over there. Let's make haste and go straight to it. Right, well, there's one way to find out if I get across this wall fire. Ah, yes, it's very shallow here. Oh, it's a big guy protecting it. I don't know what I just picked up, but I picked up all the same. Oh, it's a pearl. Neat. Hi.
Nowhere to hide.
Damn it! Dodged just as I was about to do it. I messed up my timing.
With the wind!
Don't blink.
I'm ready!
Speed of light.
And you're done, son.
Forward. Cut to the chase.
You win!
Of course I did.
Come on. We can do it.
You dropped some stuff.
A reward on the road.
I haven't seen any other treasure chests nearby. Let's go and do the next and final commission today. No, it's this one. We'll skip through. I'm not gonna bother reading this. So this will be here forever. Alright. No, that's all the There's that brain of mine. We control thinking now.
Ad Astra ab
I figure I don't think anything about this when you've seen more than one at once. If not, you have probably seen the same or meet each time. To meet the of the adventures from all over the world, I use a spell tools to transport myself and work in multiple places at the same time. Oh, so that's how it works. I love to be transported transported too. Oh dear, you actually believe that? Oh, sorry, that was a joke. Please don't take it to heart. In any case, you probably know how to use transport warp points, right? Was she joking though? I mean, transport would make sense. If we can use them, it would only make sense that she can too. And I thought for a minute, I thought they were going to do the weird thing they did in the Pokemon anime, where it's conveniently they're just all twins. Well, not twins, more than twins, but the same sisters. You know, they're all related somehow. Alright, well, right, I think. Well, I'm not on the risk of tiring myself. Like I said, I didn't get much sleep last night, and I don't want to run the risk. Because the risk of making myself more exhausted is the more tired you are, the more susceptible you are to getting ill. So I think. Well, I'm at the risk of exhausting myself more. We'll call it for stream. Nice short stream's good now and again. But yeah, what's her? Head back to here. And get the music up. There we go. So yeah, like I hope you enjoyed this little short stream. Like I said, next week I'm not sure on what I'm doing because, like I said, it's good to do waiting for games to come out. And one of the games I'm waiting to come out because for some unknown reason, Sonic Colors Ultimate, which was the remastered version, the physical version got delayed into October. I don't know why, but it just did. And for me, buying physical games might worked out better for me because then I can, you know, after I'm done with them, sell them back online for more games. Because my financial situation is not terrible, but it's not perfect either. I can't always afford to spend tons of games every month. I can only afford one game a month. And Sonic, out of the games that are coming out, I guess now in October, Sonic is definitely one I want to play. Most because I've not played Sonic Colors since it came out on the Wii. So yeah, more than a decade ago, and I think that would be fun to play on stream. But yeah, which most likely be next week. Because I think it's out Friday. I want to finish Zombie instead, because I did actually look up the other day, and I think we're like possibly 2 hours to the end. And I thought if we're that close to the end, we might as well finish it in the same week rather than getting you guys wait an entire week for the end of that. The reason I didn't do it today because I thought, well, I need a little break in between that. But yeah. Yeah, I can really feel my brain going too much already. I've been trying better to just try and go back to sleep when I wake up, but every so often stupid stuff will just race around in my brain and I just can't get back to sleep. Yeah, so rather than run the risk of, like, especially considering we're getting to the colder season where it's more susceptible to getting colds, I'd rather not run the risk of exhausting myself too much in case of risk of getting a cold again. But yes, all the same, I hope you have fun. A good rest of your day, morning, whatever time is where you are watching this, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow to finish off a zombie. So goodbye for today.